How y'all doing?
What's that? Trying to get out there in the Chiefs uniform last week, playing against Pittsburgh.
Man, it felt awesome. You know, it was a lot of anticipation to get out there with my guys. Man, been practicing all spring with them all summer, and then just to finally get out there and finally enjoy myself out there with my teammates, natural football habitat. It's amazing.
And how's the wrist feeling?
Wrist feeling excellent. Training staff, they took care of me. Rick did an excellent job. Coach Reed just wanted to take extra precautions and stuff. Checking out my X-rays and stuff. But it's feeling excellent now. Getting back to form, getting back to that 100% where we want to be at. But like I said, no relapses, none of that. So we just continue to go up from there.
Was there anything we should look forward for in Saturday's game? Is there anything we should look forward from you in the defense in Saturday's game?
More fun. I said we want to have more fun out there. I say last week was the start. That first and second drives, we kind of gave a few glimpses of our first defense and how we want to play. But, we want everybody else to come along too. Our second depth, our thirds, people who we want to look at, down the road who we want to use in games. Those guys got to step it up too. And, but like I said, have more fun. You want to see some more exciting plays. We're going to play a little bit longer. So y'all go see us on the field a little bit more.
Frank, to this point, how comfortable do you feel like you and everybody is with the defense and the scheme change? And, I know you weren't here last year, but just how is everyone adapting to it?
I feel like everyone's adjusting well. Coach Spags, he's done a great job in being patient with us. We have to be patient with him as well, but he's done a great job being patient with us. It's a new system. You usually see teams come in with new systems. They first year and they have bad seasons. Most teams that come in under the new coordinator has bad seasons. One thing that Coach Spags has been continuously preaching to us is, we want to be the opposite of that. We want to come in, all spring. He wants us to grab this new concept, grab the new defense, and take it all by storm. And I feel like the guys have done an excellent job doing that, from the back end to the front end.
Do you feel like defensively you guys are ready for the regular season, knowing that you still have a couple of weeks of practice left?
Not ready yet, but we will be. That's why you got 3 more weeks in preparations. And, we got to fine-tune a few more things, throw some plays out, add some new plays. You know how it go, man. We got 2 more. We still in training camp. We went home, but, we still in training camp, so we still fine-tuning everything. And I feel like, these next 3 weeks are pivotal. You got this next game coming up, third preseason game, where, a lot of decisions get made after that game, of course, and then going into the final one. So I feel like after that 4th game, you give those coaches some time to think, and especially a coach like Coach Spags, you give him some time and he'll have everything together for us.
Does it feel different down here, energy-wise, being in the facility as opposed to when you're up at camp? Does it feel like we're getting real close to the regular season?
Yeah, it's nothing against St. Joe's, but it's nothing like being back home in KC, man. It's nothing like it. The energy, you can tell, you can tell it's football season coming along. The kids going back to school, starting to see the school. Once you start seeing those school buses come out and the trees fall off the trees, those leaves fall off the trees, you start knowing it's football season coming back around.
Now the starting defense, they have yet to play mostly together. Obviously, Matthew has played 3 plays first game, 1 play last week. How important is it for the starters on defense to get as much time in together in this game, considering they may not play much, if at all, next week?
I feel like it's important, especially with this week of practice. I feel like you start with this week of practice. That's one thing we was all talking about as vets, how important it is for us to bring the guys along and making them understand that this is one of our final weeks in preparation to get us ready to go to Jacksonville. So things like using this heat to our advantage. I see everybody out here with towels, everybody sweating like myself, using this heat to our advantage. You know what I mean? It's 95 degrees, 93 degrees, whatever. We go to Jacksonville, it's going to be the same type of temperature, if not hotter. So these are things we definitely want to use to our advantage, so we can get comfortable with this atmosphere, so we can go down there and give us our best shot.
Frank, you're one of the leaders on this defense, and there'll be some players that'll be, of course, leaving for the decisions that'll be made. Are you included in any of those decision making, being the leader on the defense?
I don't make no decisions when it comes to those decisions. The only thing I can focus on is myself, and then just bringing the guys along. The guys we do have, I don't know. I talk to everybody the same. Whether you're an undrafted guy or a third rounder like my boy Colin. I talk to everybody the same. And in my communication with them, and being verbal is, you got to want it. As one of those undrafted guys, you got to understand your position. As one of those lower round guys, you got to understand your position. As an upper round guy, you got to know what's expected of you. You coming into this program expected to play, expected to help, this team win. So at the end of the day, you got to know your expectation and be able to, live up to that. As one of those lower guys, I feel like everything comes with preparation and stand down. You got to stay true to yourself and understand that, everything is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time. It's going to take a little bit more grind, a little bit more film, a little bit more, stand after in practice so that, your coaches can notice you and your coaches can pay attention to the hard work you're putting in.
One thing that you mentioned earlier this offseason was working with Alex for the first time, getting together, understanding how you guys can help one another in pass rush. And we saw a glimpse of that Saturday with him getting the sack, you sort of pressuring the quarterback in his direction. To see a glimpse like that, how encouraging is that, and how's it been like to work with Alex?
Man, it's dope, man. AO, I call him AO, Alex Okafor. He's a great player. You know, he did great things out there for the Saints and stuff most recently. And just having the opportunity to play with him, man. Like you said, he got that great sack last week. He did a great move beating that O-lineman's hands. And I look forward to watching him do it 10 plus more times this season. You know what I mean? It's going to be an exciting season all around, you know, not just for AO, but for some of our younger guys, for some of those, you know, guys who are developing, guys like TK, guys like Breland Spears. You got a lot of guys, you know, especially as far as our D-line who, you know, have come in a long way, you know, just myself watching them, you know, come in the league as younger players, and then, you know, to this year. You know, it's a lot of guys coming along. I'm proud of them.
You mentioned Spags a couple times. Has he tasked you with sort of being that locker room message guy as far as making sure the players are sticking to what he's preaching to them?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a specific person you got that task. I feel like that's everybody's task. You know, I look at my rookies like, tell me, you know, talk to me. Tell me if you see something you see me, you know, doing better. Talk to me, you know, don't be scared. Don't look at me like this guy is paid or whatever. You man, talk to me, communicate. Let me know what I can do so I can fine tune my game as well. And I feel like that's the message around our locker room right now. You know, we don't need our coaches telling us, you know, what to do. We shouldn't at this point. You know what I mean? We're coming up on the third preseason game. We had all camp to do that in the spring. We had all camp to do that in the summer. It's time to fine tune stuff and get ready for the season though.
This time of year, how much time do you spend watching either other preseason games or films of future opponents, or even in your case, you know, watching your own team in Seattle?
Oh man, this time of year,
yeah,
a lot. I can't stress how important it is to be watching film right now and to going back into your notes and studying. You know, one thing I feel like, you know, a lot of guys don't do is they save notes. You know, you got to understand you're gonna play these same teams and these same people throughout your years in the league. You know, so when you get to year 4, year 5, year 6, you know, you got notes. Imagine how many notes you got from playing 16 games or 21 games or 20 games, you know, deep. And you playing these same teams and the same people get familiar to you. You know, you got notes on everybody. Now you can bring all these notes together and you can look at strengths and weaknesses. You can look at what you did for this game to help win. I've been playing the 49ers for the last 4 years in Seattle. They've been our conference rival. You don't think I got notes on them? You don't think I got notes on Joe Staley? I know exactly what to do against them. I know exactly how to beat their O-linemen. You know, it's things like that. It's things you got to understand about the football game to help yourself out.
Does Joe Staley have notes on you?
I'm sure he does. They all do. Can't stop it though.